Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Serena and today I'm sharing with you a video about does the runner ever stop running? Watch this video. Thank you so much for being here today. If you are new, absolutely hit the subscribe button, click the little notification bell so that you get notified every time I come out with a new video. But today's topic is a very interesting one, which I think will have a lot of perspectives to, but I'm just going to share my perspective. And this is a question that we received, and the question is, does the runner ever stop running? And so I think this is really interesting, right? Because in certain times in separation, we do kind of flip back and forth from the runner to the chaser side. And sometimes this is based on the universe is doing that to us, like the universe cuts out your communication. And sometimes this is done based on the dynamic between the two people, as you're trying to balance your polarities and, all of that kind of stuff. So this depends on your attachment style. So if you've done any work or you know your attachment style, sorry, I have a piece of hair that's bothering me. If you've done any work or you know your attachment style, I would say either our dismissive avoidance or our anxious avoidance are probably going to be more so the runner types. And this is just purely from the limited knowledge. I am not an expert on attachment styles. I would love to do more research on it, but let me just first say I'm not an expert whatsoever. This is from my own experience with people with these attachment styles, with myself, all of that kind of stuff, okay? So with that being said, these are the attachment styles that tend to put themselves away when something's going wrong, right? So they will go into their own room, they will stop texting back, they will cut people off. They are more solitary individuals, generally speaking. And so the runner and the chaser is all about conflict, right? When things get tough, how is each person going to react? And the runner is going to react by pulling their energy away. And a lot of times this is because they're not certain how to feel, or because of trauma they endured as children. Maybe they were left to cry on their own. And so they became comfortable only dealing with problems by themselves, right? These are going to be our ultra independent people. And then you have the chaser, right? Who maybe has abandonment wounds and thinks, if I let go, this person's never going to come back, right? And so this person tends to bring their energy forward when there's problems. And this can be like different for each person. I'm trying to find the best way to say this. This is going to be different for each person in different scenarios. So in certain scenarios, I might be the chaser when it comes to communication, right? And communication issues. My partner might be the runner when it comes to communication issues. I might be the runner when it comes to physical safety and physical issues, right? Or emotion, or whatever that looks like, right? This can change and alter. But for me, in my relationship with my twin in union, when there's a problem, I will typically revert to the runner stance, where I want to kind of pull back, I want to pull my energy in, and I want to continue to run. Now, the healing and the medicine for me in that is actually to do the opposite, and not in every case. We can't, generalize and say that every case scenario is going to work for everything. And obviously, you need to honor where you feel is right for you and where you feel safe. So this isn't me saying, oh, do the opposite and make yourself feel unsafe. That's not what we're talking about at all. But for me, it's about knowing when I start to feel fear, or when I start to close down and come within myself, that there's actually an opportunity to change that program if I so choose. So when I'm bringing that energy in and I feel unsafe and I'm like, well, I got to deal with this on my own, there's actually an opportunity to share yourself and to heal with this person. And that can be major, major medicine for the runner, whether the runner's in separation or whether the runner's in union, right? So let's use a separation example, because I think that's really, really important and a really powerful thing to talk about. Is if you are the runner in this dynamic, then a lot of times what's going on here is you feel the need to pull away from something so intense rather than actually sharing yourself more, right? So if you shared yourself more and you said, actually, I'm feeling really overwhelmed, I don't know what to do, so I'm feeling the need to pull myself back so that I can reconnect with me, and because I never felt safe to share myself this way with somebody else before, whatever that may look like for you. Might not be those exact words, and that's okay. But whatever that looks like for you, right? To, instead of bringing yourself in, to give the chaser or to give this person in the relationship an opportunity to actually be there for you and to support you, right? Because the runner's never going to stop running if they don't feel safe and if they don't feel secure and if they don't feel supported. And yes, they do need to create that within themselves, but part of that for them is actually to stop being so independent and be willing to receive the help from their twin or from the chaser, right? And actually to be vulnerable enough to stop running, to say, I'm freaking scared right now and I don't know what to do. And then that gives the runner the freedom to actually feel like they're being their authentic selves, right? Because a lot of times what the runner suffers with in relationships is this feeling of like, I can't fully be me, right? Or I'm going to lose myself in this relationship. And you will only lose yourself in a relationship if you stop being authentic with yourself. And so you have to be aware of, why are you running? Why are you running? Are you running from a place of empowerment? Like, okay, I love you, I love myself, I'm going to take this time and space? Or is it just an instant reaction? Like, you hurt me, I'm shutting down now. Instead of staying open and saying, you hurt me, and allowing that to come out, allowing somebody to be there for you, allowing somebody to support you in that way. So this is going to be different for many different scenarios. And some people, I think a lot of times, honestly, like the person that is the major runner in the twin flame dynamic, like it is that person's life mission or life's work to become less of a runner, right? To be more open to people helping them, to be more open to support from others, to be more receptive when you have problems. Because let's face it, you don't actually have all the answers. And this is me talking to me. I'm someone that loves to think I have all the answers. I'm someone that, I've been doing this kind of personal work for a long time. So there's a lot of people, and even as I was a child, a lot of people that come to me for advice, right? So there's a part of me that thinks I got to hold it all in. I got to keep it all together because these people need me. But in reality, I lean so much now on my twin that even the smallest things, I know I can come to him and say, hey, I'm struggling with this. Can you help me see another way? And so the runner has to realize that other people can help them. Other people do have resources. They do have value to give you. You don't have to do it on your own. And until they really, truly believe that within themselves, they're always going to continue to run. Always, even within union, like me, there's going to be times where that instant program kicks in and I continue to run. And I have to remind myself to come back, to explain how I'm feeling, and to share and to be more open. And this is the work of our lives. This is literally the work of our lives. It never ends. It always is changing and shifting. So don't feel like you need to, if you're the runner, don't feel like you need to have it all figured out today. Your union does not depend on you healing this part of yourself. Your union depends on you being open to working on it with somebody else. And this is incredibly important. So I'm going to say it one more time. Your union, if you are a runner and you are in separation right now, your union does not depend on you healing this within yourself. Your union depends on you being open to healing it with somebody else. I hope this video helped you. If it did, give it a thumbs up, share it with somebody you love, and thank you so much for being here. We'll catch you next time. Big love, Serena.